Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese, and welcome to the weekly review. We started, this week's theme or commonality is this three-finger hand symbol reaching from the top of the screen. And we started with a simple one, simply pick, and placing a hand on top of a tree. Pronounce as 采. And exactly that, nothing transform. Well, there's a certain transformation, like a flatten this canopy of the tree into this horizontal line, so that it's easier to write because drawing a what is it called? Parabola is hard to make it symmetrical, right? And the bottom, the same. Like it's hard to draw this upside down curve, like arch thing. So simply straighten out, and then we still have the kind of the cross, and then you just do two diagonal lines over there to render the tree. So for the most part, it stayed true to the 1,000 years of version with a little bit of streamline. And then 托, we have the three-finger hand symbol above, hovering this unmarried girl symbol, and I explained the possibility of why this actually means settled, because there is this ratio between boy and girl at birth, about 105 to 100. So nature set us up in a way that some boys, if they didn't go to war, didn't have accident, and retain this 105 to 100 ratio when time to mating age, then 5 of them will not find their partner. So finding the partner, it's not like a music chair, is it? It's almost like a finding your place to park yourself, so to speak. It's not a default. It's actually somebody have to, I guess, all the boys, because they are the majority. They are the oversized portion in the two genders, and for them to find their mate, they have to try harder. So the sense of having their hand on a married girl, like a secure a relationship to them, was like, that's the settle. And eventually this character, this settlement, turned into more psychological, like I feel secure, safe, things are well done, it's wrapped up, fully packaged, like you don't have to worry about things. So that's 托. And we can see the three finger just like that, and then the girl symbol with folded hand. It's a little bit more visually complicated versus the contemporary. We kind of remove the multiple vertical lines and make it just almost like a diamond shape to the middle to expand it. So in comparison to the boy symbol, which are, sometimes we use the baby boy, right? A big head with 2 arms reach up, or the grown man, which is the farm field muscle power, use the utilitarian function of the man, or the visual cues, or simply the generic, just like a man in English would sometimes cover both genders, like human. So instead of saying human, which just one syllable more, sometimes English just use man to cover the whole human behavior. Then Chinese would use 人 sometimes to use both 男人 and 女人, right? Like a generic human. And then the 人 would be like more, I guess, narrower in the middle. Even if it's a profile view, the front side and back side of humans are more narrow, versus girl have this expanse in the middle part, because women, for their utilitarian function, would be the container of the next generation. So they need to have that space in them. Okay, 受, receive. So we have actually 2 hands here separated by this roof/door, ancient times door, because in ancient times people live underground, so have a covering overhead also serves as the door to their private space. So this top hand right outside their personal space. And this three-finger hand symbol, reaching from bottom to reaching up, that's your hand. So Chinese character is designed as first-person perspective, where we're looking at the language, as the visual cues here from the bottom of the screen. This is my standing, the viewer, the language user standing. So this is your right hand. And to you, you're on the receiving end. So somebody else's hand is handing you over something, like supposedly give you some gift. All right, so the contemporary simplify that hand symbol kind of like that, and then remove the extra side of the underground structure to make it just a cover, kind of flattened the cover. And now this looks similar, right? We have the hand on the top, we have the cover in the middle, defining your private versus public space, and then we have a friendship at the bottom. And I mean, we have the three-finger hand symbol at the bottom too, and we have this extra stroke over there. So why this is love? I mean, it seems to be explainable, right? But I spent quite some time to unpack the concept, how Chinese construct this very human thing of this interpersonal relationship, something as abstract as love. Okay, for love to happen, there are two parties in here. I mean, I guess we can have self-love, which is you go out and loop it back to yourself. But for the most part, it's two-party thing. So Chinese actually use footwear to represent the two parties. And they face each other because we know the shoes, these are footwear. So the shoes, ancient version, are kind of doing this, like they are facing toward each other. And then we have this personal space and we have heart wrapped inside. So this gives you the Chinese understanding of what in contemporary love definition is. You retain your personal space and you have your heart in the middle, safe and sound, and then you have this interaction between the two humans that the other person kind of stop nearby you, facing you, just hovering over there, trying to get inside, I guess. So that's the love. And I guess this boundary, this personal boundary, is going to expand or shrink over time, depends on how you define this boundary between these two footwear owners. And in contemporary Chinese, we switch out the shoes to hand somehow. I don't know who, I don't know why. That something happened along the history of the language that some scholars probably think hand represent us better instead of shoes. And then we shorten this it's underground thing, to just flatten a cover. So this got quite some transformation, replacement over time. And I realized this is what in Chinese we call the 假借, as you borrowed the shape of something, plunked it onto something else, and it doesn't represent the same thing at all. It just look alike. So I guess this look-alike imagery created quite a confusion. And this one is not even look-alike. This one doesn't look like the shoe wear. Just somebody decided to replace shoes with hand. Okay, so if we already settled with hand replacing shoes arrangement to represent love of this two-party relationship, then we add a sun symbol over there. Actually make it dimmer, make it uncertain, make it ambiguous, because Chinese have this set phrase called I, mei. Same pronunciation as I, add a sun next to it to make it unsunly. Because we have this way. No, sorry. Mei, I, mei. The mei symbol means not yet. That means love, not yet. Declared to bring it to the sunlight yet. So it's in a dim stage of relationship. That's in between. Like you're beyond friends, more than friends, but not lovers yet. And that's I me. So this is my construct because it was not in the dictionary. And I would imagine 2,000 years ago, so Xu Shen doesn't really care about I may or not. And that's probably from later cultural development that people like to describe this particular stage of relationship. All right. Nuan, it looks very, very alike. But we already know this love symbol has nothing to do with hands. It's simply people swap out. If anything, this probably looks closer to the shou, which means receive, right? Which have this give, the top hand, and receive, bottom hand, related there. So here, we do have two hands. So that's realistic continuation from all the way from the past, and in the middle here could be some financial helpings like the ancient money, coin counting, and then we have this rope untied so that the coins on ancient version jade discs can be taken out so that you can get help, get a financial relief there. So this one person helping out the other person to give you the sense of support, make you feel as if you are next to fire. And in contemporary Chinese, we replace the whole fire with the sun symbol to give it a sense of light, warmth, altogether, and simplified how the two hand symbol were represented. It's purely for writing efficiency and reading accuracy or efficiency purpose. So there we have the whole class of the 3-finger hand symbol, and we know this love, ironically, has nothing to do with hand. It's simply swapping out the footwear, but everything else, well, and the may as well, because these two are related. And then all the other ones are really about the hand, and specifically it's somebody else's hand. And then we have some, removing, we have some straightening, squaring, and make it easy to write, easy to copy, so that later generations see your handwriting, they can easily recognize. So here I'm showing a couple cyclists. That's my ideal of relationship development representation, because they share the same hobby, they find each other, so they have this picking. And then this guy, secured this girl, and then both of them, I guess, as the receiving ends of each other's love. And then they get through that liminal stage of ambiguity and then end up feeling warmth. And so from pick to warmth, that's how a short version of how relationship evolve, using the same structure, this hand symbol on the top. Thank you for your time. See you another week.